It is Wednesday, the 15th of January, and this is my first vlog for my Olive and Bob channel, which I'm very excited about. And these are literally just going to be low-key vlogs throughout the week, every week, of my journey as a new business owner, specifically handmade clothing items. I am busy making a list over here because there's been a couple of iterations to products that I've been making, and there's some changes that I want to make, things that I want to bring in, things that I want to take away. So I've just started making this list, and I thought I'd talk it through with you guys. So for Olive and Bob, I basically have an active web side of the business, and what I want to start doing is dance wear and warmers and stuff like that, because here in South Africa we just don't get beautiful dance wear, warmers, dance accessories. Everything is just, I mean, it's the same stuff literally that we used to have when I was growing up doing ballet, which is over 20 years ago. 25, 30 years ago. So the first thing that I wanted to do is, what I've written out here is I'm going to phase out fleece Houdinis. What I want to continue doing is doing the cropped tube tops, because I make those as well. They are so comfortable and amazing for summer and hot days. So I want to continue with those. Now, what I want to start is replacing the fleece outer with like 100% cotton knit. Now, this is going to make the products a bit more expensive because 100% cotton knit is expensive. Then after that, I want to also start making waterproof Houdinis. I'm going to show you, this is the first iteration of the fleece Houdini that I have made. It's basically this one over here. And now what I've done with the other Houdinis, they basically have a face mask that comes out over as a balaclava. But this one, rainy weather, I don't have that face mask in. I'm not sure if this is the way I should go. This so far looks amazing. It feels amazing. The quality looks incredible. And look how nicely it's finished off on the ends there. So there's just a couple of things that I just need to actually, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to go on TikTok and ask questions there about what people think. Should I put the face mask on the waterproof one? Just get people's opinions over there. Then what else I want to start doing is making the tube tops, but as well as the cropped ones, I want to start making longer ones for people who don't like to show their stomachs, because I know there are some people that don't want to. I mean, me, for instance, I don't always want to show my tummy. When I'm wearing high-waisted jeans, that's amazing, but when the pants are a bit low or something, I want something to cover the stomach. So I'm going to start making longer length tube tops as well. So that is just basically iterations on the stuff that I have been doing. And now I want to actually start doing some new things. So I've got an option. I've written over here, new in. So I want to actually try and talk this through and see what else I can do that'll be new for the business. I really want to start doing dance wear this year. So I think I'm just going to write over here dance wear. And then underneath, I'm going to just make like different options. Like this is just like an idea section now, right now, for the new in. So I really want to do leg warmers. I want to do... I've made one of these scarves. It's like a wraparound scarf that, like a skirt. It can be worn as a skirt, but also as a back warmer because it's made in like a warmer knit fabric. It is so beautiful and soft. So I want to make the shawls as well. The only issue with this is because it's all handmade and I make everything myself. My mum will help with some finer details and stuff like that, but it's pretty much me doing everything. So I find that I really have to be very selfish with my time these days. Yeah, because I need to get these things done. And if I'm the only person sewing them, plus making the content, plus posting content on socials, plus still doing my other work because I do have another job, it just gets a bit too much. So I really have to work on that. And then I want to like start thinking about like employing someone. I think probably my first employee would be my mom, because she knows how to sew and she's always with me, and we work very well together. So I would love to employ my mom first. Obviously I need to make a bit more money before I can start paying salaries and that, but yeah, all in God's time. That's all I want to say. All in God's time. Okay, so I want to make the leg warmers for dancewear and the shawls. There's nothing really. I would like to make skirts as well, but I mean, you kind of do get cute-ish skirts here in South Africa. Obviously, there could be better options than that. I'm just going to leave those two with a couple of spaces for now and go into the other things for the active wear that is going to be new. I suppose it doesn't really fall into activewear. It's more like into the accessories. So let me write accessories rather. Okay, accessories. So first I want to do the scrunchies, because I made a beautiful scrunchie the other day. I made one that was uber sized. It was absolutely ridiculous. I'll insert the video for you guys to have a look at it. It was ginormous. But that being said, I'm thinking of making a big scrunchie for low ponytails, because I think that is so cute to have a huge scrunchie with a low ponytail with waves. Beautiful. So I'm definitely going to do the bigger, like, but the more regular size, but it's very full in that. So I'm going to write regular scrunchie. And then I'm actually going to start doing the gargantuan ones. But I just need to add length onto the gargantuan ones so there's more ruffles. Okay. This is crazy. I might make it a little bit narrower because it was exceedingly wide and it was a lot. So maybe I'll just make it a bit narrower, actually, like just a smidge. Okay, so the regular scrunchie, the gargantuan scrunchie. Also now the other day, I made a bag for my son. I'll insert the video while I'm talking. Basically, it's a bag that I made for his technical drawing, and it's like a puffer bag. And I shared it on my TikTok, Olive and Bob TikTok. And people, like a lot of people, like about 10 or 12 people have said, please make these bags. I need it for teaching. I need it for dance. I need it for this. I need it for that. So I'm thinking, even though it was an enormous job, because I actually hand quilted the fabric myself. So that's another question I'm going to have to go onto TikTok to find out. Do people like it with just the diagonal stripes, or would they mind if I bought a like puffed kind of fabric? Because you can get that like a quilted fabric. But honestly, I love just the plain diagonals. I haven't seen anything like that in the shop. So that is what I'm thinking, that maybe I will just stick with it. I think I went out of focus at some point. Sorry. Okay, hopefully now I am in focus. I should be. Sorry about that if I was out of focus. Yeah, so what was I talking about? Oh, okay, the scrunchies. So the regular, the bags. And also the handle's very puffy. So I'm thinking of making the bags. It's also a gargantuan bag. So I'm going to write here, okay, gargantuan scrunchie, gargantuan bag. And then I think that's like sort of the most I can handle for this year if I'm doing those different options of products and that. If I think of anything else, I'm just going to add it to this list and I will fill you guys in so that you can see what I'm thinking. But for now, this is the list that I have, and I want to like kind of work on a mood board on Canva just to get my thoughts into pictures so I can put it up and see a visual representation of what I'm thinking. Yeah, also another thing that I also always have to do is my own photo shoots and that, and I'm running my own Shopify store. So literally I'm a one-man show. So that's another thing I really need to work on. I've got this diary over here. I got this off of Temu. And then the other day I actually found a replacement diary for 2025. So I'm getting all my stuff out on here. I want to time block my time. I want to make sure that I am running according to my diary. What I want this to be is pretty much an extension of my hand so that I can always be organized and prepped and know what I need to do every day. Because oftentimes, like, if I get like an hour free, say, and then I'm like, there's something that I urgently need to do, but I can't think of it because I haven't written it down anyway. So I want to make this promise to myself that this is going to be an extension of my hand today. By the end of the year, I want this to look like it's being used. And I still want it to look pretty, but because I like to look after my stuff. But yeah, I want it to look like it's being used. Okay, so as you saw, I was just busy working on the brand aesthetic for Olive and Bob. So I've labeled this actually the brand, the Olive and Bob aesthetic, capturing the spirit of a playful tomboy with a love for ballet, a deep connection to the outdoors, and a nod to the bold, carefree energy of the 80s. And that pretty much sums up what I want the brand to look like, because that's like almost like a representation of everything that I love. I don't know, I've looked at other aesthetics and everything. I love it all. I love cottagecore. I love the pretty pink Pilates princess. I love all of that. But none of it really rings true to what comes through in my daily life. Maybe a bit of cottagecore, but this basically sums up everything that I love and really what I want the brand to stand for. Or not stand for, the kind of aesthetic that I want it to have. So I'll show you some of the pictures here. I have this big one printed out here, so I've got a constant reminder at my desk. And then I've got this one over here as well. So over here I have basically this jacket here because I want to make the waterproof hoodies, as you know, hoodinis. This over here because it's just like a sporty with the leg warmers. Over here I love this with the half leg warmer down, and to as a nod to the 80s I've got the vintage cassette tape and television. This picture of Bella Hadid with the retro telephone, also ballet aesthetic, more ballet aesthetic, kind of like the tomboy vibes also over here, but also bringing in some of the playful princess. Also, I don't know what I can actually say about these, but these basically all just encapsulate everything that I love. When I was looking on Pinterest, I was like, okay, I love, 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 love. Actually, how this started was I've been saving these on my Pinterest board, on a secret Pinterest board for about, since I started the brand, which was like August last year or so. Yeah, so, and then when I went back into it, I saw all these pictures and I was like, oh my goodness, it's all like got that kind of feeling that I want for the brand. So that's very exciting. Yeah, so I thought I'd update you guys on that. And now I'm going to be working on Carmen Olympia stuff. Yeah, I think that's all I can say for now. I have a serious problem where I get distracted very easily. I'm sure many of you can relate to that issue. It is really annoying, especially when you're trying to get stuff done. Like this morning, I've been trying to work on my Carmen Olympia YouTube channel and that, and I was just like feeling very overwhelmed with it. And then I was like, okay, let me take a break, let me go and work on some scrunchies. And as I was about to start doing that, I went into my mum's sewing room and I spotted this fabric. She said I must feel it because she's just washed it. She bought it from the fabric shop the other day. It's 100% cotton, like tracksuiting, really nice fabric. So she said I must just take it and see that all the stains are out if I want to use it. So I'm actually going to buy it back from her because I want to make those like tracksuit top. Anyway, I want to just look at this fabric and see how it is. And then I've done that. And then I'm actually going to go back to the scrunchies because I can't keep on doing this, like jumping from one thing to another. It just gets very overwhelming doing that. So I'm just going to taste this, and then yeah, the plan is to go back to the scrunchies. We'll see if I stick to that. I also just want to measure how much it is so I can give her the right amount of money. Because also my mom's got like a serious issue. There's a bit of a cokey marks here because it was from the section that's like cheaper, you know. So like the last pieces of fabric on the roll kind of thing. So that's why sometimes this kind of fabric can have marks on it. So I just want to make sure that there isn't. It doesn't seem like there's anything on the front of the fabric. I think my mum cleaned it very nicely, but it didn't really look like it had any marks. I just want to see where oh yeah, you can see there's a little bit of a stain over there, like a rusty stain, and there at the back as well. Okay, so this bottom section seems to be the issue. So if I cut that off, but let me just measure how many meters this is. 1, 2, 3. Okay, it's like 3 meters, but half a meter I can't use because of, so I'm just going to give my mom money for 3 meters of this. Okay, let me see if I can go do some scrunchies now. So this is the scrunchie, the regular scrunchies pattern that I've got. I've got this color over here that I'm going to, it's like a beautiful rusty kind of color, very pretty. And then also I have, sorry, just a seckie. And then also I have like this champagne color. It is so, so pretty. And then also just a plain black. They are all satin. I have had some requests for other scrunchies to be made out of the different fabrics, which I will get to. But first I just want to get done with making some of these. And this color goes so well with my like olive and bob aesthetic that I was working on. When I have fabric on my cutting table like this, what I do is I use these pegs over here to basically just keep everything in place so that it doesn't fall off the edge of the table, and then I can actually work without fighting the fabric falling over all the time. I've got a bit of an issue because I've got a beautiful sewing machine. It's a vintage Bernina, like 1960s, I think. And it's in a table over here, but the problem is that she's broken. Her name is Miss Harriet Smith. She's officially in the naughty corner, waiting to be seen next weekend by the guy that's going to hopefully fix her. So I'm looking forward to that. In the meantime, I'm using my Stella electronic Elna. It's not the Bernina by any means, which is why I can't wait for that one to get repaired. I've also been using the Jones CS. It's just a vintage sewing machine. It doesn't have any electrics. It's literally just hand worked like this. But the problem is we've only got one bobbin for it, so to keep on changing the color of the bobbin is going to be a bit of an issue, so we're waiting to get more bobbins. But whenever I use black, I'm going to use that machine, and for colors I will use the Stella. Maybe I'll use my mom's newer Bernina, because on the same day that mine broke, her old Bernina also decided to do its own thing. So 2 machines need to be repaired now. So we're just using what else we've got available. Thank goodness we have other machines that are available, because I don't know what we'd do otherwise. Wait a minute, did I have to? I can't think if I need to fold this, if I need to do this on the fold. I do, because of the way I sew them. No? Yeah. Yeah, I have to do it on the fold. But now my question is, if I do it here, then it'll open in the wrong place. Okay guys, I need to try work this out in my brain. An annoying but extremely important step when making scrunchies, satin scrunchies, is to do overlocking on all the edges. I know it's extremely annoying because it's another step and it's time consuming, but then you know it's not going to fray and come undone. Also, I kind of got it to, usually I'd use like standard black or white, but since there was a pink on the overlock and I needed rust, I thought I'd just put like a rust color on. And then this is what I'm going to put on my sewing machine. I'm actually going to use the ulna now to sew these up. And then once these are done, then I want to start with the leg warmers. The leg warmers are going to be in this fabric over here. It's so pretty. Goes so nicely with that rust actually. And there's a whole bunch of different colors, like there's blue, green, red, orange. Okay, let's put this all on. Before I even stitch them up, I'm going to need to steam them so that they don't have all these creases. It's easier to do it now once it's than after it's scrunchy. Oh. Oh, by the way, the steamer I'm using is just a Philips handheld steamer. I wanted one of those fancy ones that are on the stand previously when I had my thrift store, but they're a bit expensive and also they take up a lot of space, which is something we struggle with in this house. So this was definitely the better option to go for. But you've got to have patience just doing this. Basically, up till now, I've been putting my logo on the outside like this, but what I want to do now is actually put it over here instead, so it's not so loud, you know what I mean? So it's like a little bit more discreet, but you can see it when it's lying like this. So this just in, I have finished the regular size one and the gargantuan one. Now, when I originally had made that gargantuan one, I didn't show you guys. So this is what I was kind of envisioning, that it looked like this. But that one was just like this one's like a bit smaller than my head. That one was bigger than my head. So this is what it's looking like over here. The label's on the side there, which I think looks so much better than being sticking out on the side. And then here is the label on this one, also on the inside like that. And I think that they are gorgeous. What do you guys think? Let me know. Which one do you prefer? Gargantuan or regular? Shall I put them in my hair so you can see? Let's do that, shall we? Oh gosh. I'm such a nitwit. I'm here agonizing why this ended up being so narrow and why it's got a hole. Because I sewed it wrong. I was supposed to do the burrito method and I just kind of like folded it in half and sewed it together. Okay, let me fix this situation. I can't believe it. I've just finished it and I did it wrong. So I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. See, my idea with the gargantuan one, I mean, it looked nice in a high pony or in a bun, but like I really wanted something that looks beautiful in a low pony. And I just feel like this has got that kind of nostalgic 80s vibes that I love so much. What do you guys think? And then over here, this one over here, This is perfect for a messy bun or just to tie your hair up quickly. What are we thinking? You like? I love. Okay. Oh, I had a bit of a fail with leg warmers. I tried to make ones that came up to here, but it turns out this fabric that I was using is not stretchy. It's this fabric over here, so I've just turned it into a little bit of a dookie for my head. But yeah, it's not stretchy enough. I'm absolutely in love with this print, but you see what I mean? It's like, I think it'll work for leg warmers that come up to here, so I'm going to try that tomorrow. And if that doesn't work, then I'm going to make like a onesie, I reckon. But for now, this is a very cute hair tie. I love it. So it is Saturday today, and yesterday was Friday, obviously. Duh. I didn't do any filming yesterday of what I was doing because I pretty much edited the whole day. Well, I went to ballet in the morning, and then in the afternoon I basically edited that ballet vlog for my other channel. Yeah, and basically what I want to do with these videos on Olive and Bob, I want to do like weekly kind of small business vlogs. And then I've got another video. Yeah, so I wanted to get this one out this weekend because I want to try and upload one every weekend, like a wrap up of what I did that past week and that. And then also after this one, I'm working on another video of how I started my business. So I think that'll be an interesting one. Like I'm watching back on it because I started filming content around that already that I haven't posted already in May last year, and it's now January, so there's quite a lot of stuff, and as I'm going through it I'm like, I have grown so much. The stuff that I do has changed so much. There's just been so many, and then also just the craziness of how the one product that I launched that basically made me decide to really take this seriously. So yeah, that video will hopefully be out, I don't know when, next week maybe. But I hope you guys, yeah, thanks for joining me on this vlog. Couple of days, 2 days in the life of a small business owner in South Africa, and I will see you guys next week. Be blessed, have a lovely weekend.